Let's see what Aemond is gonna do. He's the new king, yeah? I don't even know what's gonna go down this episode. I'm so sad that Rhaenys is dead. I thought it would have showed Aegon dead. Maybe he didn't die. Maybe he's got like severely burned. Oh, Corlys, no. I wonder if this will push him at all to make Rhaena the heir to Driftmark, because that was one of like the last things him and Rhaenys talked about. Oh, you have to pick like the least moldy ones to eat.
Behold, the traitor dragon Meleys! Slain!
What the
fuck? King! To Aegon!
Aegon survived? They cut off her head?
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
Yeah, I don't think this little PR move, I don't think this worked out well for them. People don't seem to be too down with this.
It's an abomination.
It is.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory, if it was one.
Is that Rhaenys' body they have?
The traitor dragon Meleys!
I thought the dragons was gods.
The dragon's not a traitor, it's an animal. Calm your shit. Oh, they still have those rat catchers up there. This is how you want to rule, with corpses decorating your city? Is that Aegon or is that Rhaenys? I hope it's Aegon. It has to be him, right? They didn't show him. And they don't want to announce to the city that he's dead, so they're like, yeah, your king did this. I wish I knew how she felt about it. I want more time with Helaena. And now that Aegon's dead, I feel like we're not going to have much time with her unless she marries Aemond. Oh, they at least got Aegon the Conqueror's armor back. That didn't get destroyed.
Is he alive?
His grace
I don't know.
remains with us for the moment.
But it seems like he won't be long. I don't even think he wants to be. He's like drinking before he went on Sunfyre. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so grossed out. I can't look away. I would pass out if I was there.
If you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
I feel like at this point, her son would want to die. Can he even wake up? Would he just be unconscious from the pain of that? Oh my gosh! You did that, brother. Those lettuce leaves?
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
What do you suggest? I thought that was something for the king. I'm like, why are we doing salt and the lemon? And we're going near the king, but we're not. We're just cleaning our sword.
What happened?
We took the castle.
So I've heard. And Aemond?
You know what Aemond did. Are you going to tell her, though?
What was his part in this?
She even suspects it.
I could not say.
Criston Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us after some marital spat.
This Daemon's a little bitch.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
My loyalty to you is proven, my queen.
That's not what she asked.
But your willingness to give me deference in a time of war?
I could never doubt your capability. It is merely that the gentler sex heretofore has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
Whose fault is that?
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have. Send to Maidenpool and to Cracklaw Point. Let them man their garrisons and give them stores or weapons if they find them wanting.
Vhagar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle.
If Aegon is
dead, we will soon know it.
So Vhagar will be down for a bit. I didn't think it would take that much out of him. I would just assume it would be like he'd go home, take a nice nap for the night, eat some cows, and he'd be good. But he is old and big.
Where are you going?
To Harrenhal. To treat with the Daemon.
Ooh. Does Rhaenyra know?
And you think you will tame him? And the Queen herself could not?
Just I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling.
You are the heir.
And I must be seen to act for her claim.
Alright, I get that.
The Freys.
Do we trust them?
If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her.
He's a lot like his mom.
My dragon is hungry. You have no choice but to submit. Lord Bracken, renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me. Or your house burns.
I am so sick of Daemon. We don't need this shit right now.
Did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem? I heard the maggots got to it.
He's gonna burn you alive. You know that, right?
We choose fire.
Oh no! You're gonna die with your backs to him? You didn't even show it to us!
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
Whatever. No, not whatever. You show me Aegon's gross ass, armor singed, oozy body, but you're not gonna show me his dragon blowing fire into these people's faces?
Exactly the kind of men I need.
Oh wait, did he not do it?
And perhaps you could try less fighting and more persuading. You take my meaning then. There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do.
I am your servant, your grace.
Okay, I don't quite get his meaning, but I understand he's asking him to do something shifty. We're gonna see the moon door?
The Eyrie itself is impregnable.
I thought she was going to Pentos.
Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection.
Oh!
A dragon.
She sent 2.
Both still wet from the egg.
I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Well, you goad me, child.
The dragons will grow.
I mislike feeling powerless.
So do I.
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Oh, they didn't just forget Rhaena in the story. I'm glad we got time with her, even if it was small time.
Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
You are your father's chosen successor.
They did not prepare me to fight. Not the difference between hilt and foible.
Foible. Foible.
Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength.
Oh, their chandelier candle thing up there looks real cool.
Criston Cole made a mistake.
Oh?
Parading a dragon's head through the street, but the people see an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
They are afraid. Bread is scarce.
The food's moldy.
That when Viserys lived, there was peace. Do not underestimate your subjects. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep.
And all the rat trappers were just killed. Those were just normal citizens.
Your Grace, what you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
We don't need to spread lies about what's happening. You can just spread the truth about what's happening in the city. They're doing enough damage to themselves. They killed the rat trappers. The food's going moldy. They're bringing a dead dragon head, ill omen, through the streets.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Meleys?
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder. They said she could see in the dark.
My father was furious. The fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him. But bent her neck to Rhaenys.
For what she gave me in the end. I'm grateful.
I do wish she found out that Rhaenys wasn't dead. I wish her and Corlys could find that out.
You are very like her in some ways. I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Yeah, she relied on Rhaenys a lot before.
I do not wish to stand alone.
Daemon,
Back in Harrenhal?
you were always the strong one. The finest swordsman.
Are you hallucinating, or do you just pay somebody to tell you pretty things?
Your brother lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown. Daemon, you were made to wear it.
Oh, he's definitely hallucinating again.
My favorite son.
I'm sorry, what?
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
I'm sorry, what? Did she say my favorite son? Was that his mother? Did he just have a hallucination of...
There's also goose, if you prefer it.
We're gonna move on.
I like the goose myself. I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I wouldn't be after that either.
It appears the winds have shifted and each side has suffered great loss.
I believe William Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel.
Do you think it's gonna work?
It is a matter of showing them whom it behooves them to follow. How does the work here progress?
The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Rhaenys, and the storerooms.
The walls. Wasn't there like a goat in the hallway in a couple episodes ago?
There's of course the matter of payment. Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Yeah, Harrenhal's broke.
I rather thought Your Grace, as emissary to the Queen, she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to her.
No.
Yeah, Daemon, why don't you write to Rhaenyra?
Harrenhal is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Where are you gonna get this money from?
Very well, Your Grace.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
The king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
No. I think it's something you need to be reminded of. Daemon.
The armor was Valyrian steel, but...
Man, I'm kind of getting over Daemon, and I'm getting more and more interested in seeing Aemond and what he's doing.
We are grateful for your works, Grand Maester. Has he woken?
I'm not sure he will ever wake. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
I feel like you'd just be in a constant state of pain.
A king cannot rule in his sleep.
Aemond has to go sit at the other end of the table.
Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest. But now we must name a regent to take his place.
Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
Circumstances have changed.
And here I had forgotten.
The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice, Prince Aemond.
Aemond is young, and his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
She's not wrong, but I want to see what he can do. I want him to be in power.
Experience is valuable, yes, but the Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field.
She's also not wrong about that Aemond's experience is best in the field. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not a war general.
Must be Prince Aemond. But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Criston. What say you?
What say you, Criston Cole?
Aemond is the next in line. It must be him.
This man is never getting sex again from her.
It's agreed.
It would be kind of interesting to see how Alicent would handle this, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun to see how Aemond handles this. He has plans up here.
The banners of House Tully are in disarray, Your Grace. It's only a matter of time before he inherits his grandsires mantle.
Please don't snap, Alicent.
Your brother's hosting me, Daemon. We should quicken its pace and check the rivermen while their banners are in disarray.
Many are fleeing the city, spreading word of their fear and unrest.
Then let the gates be closed. No one is to leave or enter save with our consent.
Okay. I don't think this is a good plan. We're locking down the city. This is going to alienate people even more.
Someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
That's a good plan.
The city's safe no longer. There is no food.
If you want to get out, you got to get out soon.
You think Rhaenyra will let such an affront go unchallenged? We should make for Templeton.
You would have me turn beggar.
Rather than die. There's no food left in here. You guys they're about to lock the gates so you can't leave. You're going to be starving in there. Rhaenyra could be coming down rain and fire anytime.
Have you been paid?
King has promised payment.
The king
has lied.
He's just trying to make this living for his family, and the king is lying. They're not getting money for these weapons and shit that they're making.
Stay and wait for his empty promises, husband.
She's leaving. I don't want anything bad to happen to their family.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is. What he has somehow become.
Somehow? Girl, how do you think he became that?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
Death. What dragons can do is crazy.
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
We have given the war to the dragons.
So you cast me aside?
Is this who you are, Alicent?
I did not give you leave to speak my name.
I'm mildly on Criston Cole's side for that conversation, I think. She didn't see what these dragons did. When you see a man that was in your army, and then 10 minutes later you look over and he just turns to ash, that probably changes you. Criston Cole's seen a lot. He's scared. It's a dragon war now. You can't be having people fight it. That's the way he's seeing it. I'm sad our family didn't get out.
Targaryen! Prince Regent! Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here!
She's turning so grey.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
Yeah.
When mine own sits outside your walls.
Yours is a little bit smaller.
And the protection of my uncle.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
No, he won't.
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle.
You want Harrenhal?
But you already have this place. What are you doing? He can't promise that.
My mother will want more than your crossing.
Okay, good. You're smart.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
I think he just did it. He managed to get us passage and bent knees. We have people on our side. And he did it very quickly. Oh, you're actually helping?
You're born to wield a sword, but not so much an axe.
Let it not be said that Daemon Targaryen failed to dirty his hands in this war.
Oh.
I hear strange things from Brackenland.
Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
War is a terrible thing.
These are crimes against the innocent.
Oh. Okay, now I understand what he told the other dude to do.
Well, once they agree to serve me, I'll treat them fairly.
And once again, it's the weak and the women who must endure.
The realm will suffer if Aemond one I rule.
But I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed, Alys. The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side. King and queen, ruling together.
You wouldn't be ruling together. Anything she said that you didn't like, you would just ignore her.
The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens. Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Great. Good. Corlys needs you right now.
My castle is a tomb.
I am sad to have missed its highest days. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her. Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
You would be best at it, I feel like, right now.
I should not ask enough of my house.
Pledge your peace to King's Landing, then. They will accept it most gleefully.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
You tell him.
Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. The queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will. She died as she would have wished to die, in Dragonfire. The way my mother chose, and the way I myself wished to meet my end.
I think Corlys really needs this talk right now. And I'm trying not to cry.
I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have.
I would make you my heir.
Oh!
I am blood and fire.
Oh.
Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Oh, wow. She knows what she wants.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. I wish you to go to Harrenhal.
Are you removing me from your council?
Sir Alfred, I will not deny you have tried my patience of late. You and your house served my father well. And I know you will never accept the Hightower claim.
We trust you. That's why she's sending you to Harrenhal.
We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands. I ask you to reason with him.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna reason with Daemon.
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
He would not dare.
Have you known Daemon to lack in daring?
Have you any message for him?
Dear
Daemon.
I hate your stinking guts. You make me vomit. Love,
Rhaenyra.
How much sleep have you actually gotten in Harrenhal?
Your Grace. The River Lords have come, Your Grace.
If you want to watch this and other shows and movies unedited, full length, they're over on my Patreon. You can go watch them. Want to pick a movie for me to watch? Want to vote and polls to decide what I watch next and watch some requested movies with me? You can do that.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants...
Yeah, Daemon, I wonder why that happened.
And the children. There were works of barbarity.
The Brackens were given their chance.
Blackwoods have exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon their old rivals.
Daemon, you're not doing so well.
Beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
Oh, no.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
Lena.
Have you looked after our girls?
No, he's completely forgotten he has daughters and sons.
From a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
That is a lie, and I will have the man who told it.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Oh my gosh.
Know this, interloper. The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Good. Daemon, you're losing it. I don't want her to go in the city. She's not going to be let out.
Move along, lass.
I have an errand for the Lady Mysaria.
Oh! I like that we see her again. We haven't even seen him do anything as king yet, and I'm already scared. Oh no, we did. He shut the gates. Are you hallucinating too? Oh, probably not.
Was it worth the price?
Oh. Oh.
Prince Jaecaerys, Your Grace.
He brings good news.
Visenya.
Vhagar's first rider. What is the mood at the twins?
He wishes for the Freys to be granted Harrenhal.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Why do you look angry?
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine my lot. I'm a dragon rider as well.
Yeah. They both want to go out there.
Sending others to fight and be felled in my name. Even you've managed to do your part.
You are the queen. The tie that binds us. No harm can come to you.
And you are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Oh.
Perhaps Daemon could...
We can't rely on Daemon.
Aemond now rules in King's Landing. I have done all I can from here, but if all else fails, it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
That is true.
Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed? I need dragons.
Where else are we gonna get? There's no one else that has them.
We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
There is Rhaena.
Yeah.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
I mean, maybe risk it.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses.
Blood would be thin.
And yet...
But still Targaryen.
Dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it.
Valyrian histories. Written to gild us in glory.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
He's not wrong. He's coming up with plans. He's smart. He's a lot like her.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
I do feel like, though, before picking one of these other families to let ride a dragon, you should at least give Rhaena another chance to try to see if the dragon will bond with her. What about Seasmoke? Seasmoke's out and about. Unless maybe Seasmoke won't take another rider until Rhaenyra's actually dead. This show is so good. Like, when it first started, when Daemon was younger, he seemed like he had more plans, ideas, things worked out for him more. Now, it's just not working for him. He's not good at it. He told, I think the Brackens, he told them, you know the two houses I'm talking about. He told them to sneakily go in there and attack their people. And it's like, you attacked the townspeople, not the actual family that turned you down. Now, instead of getting new people to come to your cause, you just got the people that are already on your side pissed because they're like, what are you doing? Daemon is just not good at this leading thing. Aegon wasn't good at the leading thing either, and I'm kind of excited to see what Aemond does. He's scary though. His first act was to shut the gates, so he's immediately keeping people locked in. I don't know what he's gonna do next, but he does seem like he has a plan. I don't know if it was kind of like how Cersei's plan at the end was to keep everyone in the city so Dany wouldn't set fire to all the innocent people, but that didn't work out for Cersei. I don't know if maybe that's kind of what Aemon's thinking. Maybe Rhaenyra won't attack if they have a bunch of innocent people in there. But then you have to worry about what Daemon's doing, because that dumbass is off by himself trying to raise an army. And then it's like, Daemon, what are you actually gonna do? In his head, he is just so delusional. He thought he should have been the one to rule instead of Viserys. Now he thinks he should be the one to rule instead of Rhaenyra. And it's like, you're not good at it. You literally have half your people mad at you already because you got a child assassinated, a baby assassinated. You've already lost. I do kind of hope in the next one, maybe Daemon will realize he's already lost and maybe he'll go back to being on Rhaenyra's side, but I don't know. I don't really have hope for him anymore. Kind of over Daemon. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, I'm kind of over his character. I'm more excited to see what Aemon's gonna do. At this point, it's like they almost just put Aegon out of his misery. I feel like anytime he would be awake, he'd just be in constant pain. I do hope they don't lose Helaena in the story. I don't know if she's gonna marry Aemond, but if she doesn't, I don't really know what she will be, what part she'll play in the story, unless she gives us cryptic tidbits into the future. I like that she did know. They all knew Aemond did it. They all knew what Aemond did. Baela and Rhaena. I love the talk that Baela had with Corlys. I think it's crazy how he offered her Driftmark and she's like, no, I'm fire and blood, not salt and sea. I do like how she's like, no, I know where I want to be. And then Rhaena, she did really well, I think, with Lady Arryn. At first I was a little nervous because it was the baby dragons, but I think when Lady Arryn's like, I don't like feeling powerless or useless, helpless maybe she said, Rhaena agreed with her. I think they understand each other. And I like that. I do hope we get more of her in the next couple episodes. I want to see what's going on there. I know it doesn't, like, she's not doing too much. She was just getting Lady Arryn on her side. So I'm not sure what else we're going to be doing with Rhaena's character either. I think once she gets Lady Arryn on her side, after that, wasn't she going to Pentos with the babies? All the babies. All right, I'm tired. Man, I've been trying to hide it while I was doing this, but towards the last 20 minutes of this, I just started to get tired. I got up really early this morning. Thank you guys for watching this with me. Night. I mean, thank you guys for watching this with me. Bye.